Hi guys, it's tea
What's
time.
up, everybody?
Welcome. Time to talk about those crazy Potomac wives as a whole, because this episode wasn't so good, but it was necessary for what's upcoming. Are you feeling this show, Adam?
Yeah, I love Potomac. I think it's getting better. I think that they are using, obviously, this Candiace Monique fight to carry the whole season. But in true housewife fashion, don't they always have one thing that's like a little ridiculous carrying the whole season?
Yeah. I mean, are you going to put it up there with Atlanta? Because people are telling me I'm out of my mind. I put it up there with Atlanta.
I don't know, because I didn't enjoy last season of Atlanta. Gabor, what do you think about that?
Me neither. I didn't enjoy last season at all.
Yeah.
Actually, the last two seasons.
Cousin Nene?
Cousin Nene. I think that season 9 was so good, but it was so dark for the cast that they kind of was like not really trying to get into it with each other as hard as they could.
Yeah, maybe. But I really like Potomac. It's getting really good. So I don't want to just talk about your girl all the time, okay, Gabor? So I'm not gonna do her last. But she did. The whole show was really revolved around here. But I'll take the long route to get to her. Do you guys think that Ashley's a good friend of Monique, or she's just holding hostility towards Candiace? It's a true question. It's a true question. Let's start with Adam, since he looks like he wants to answer first.
I just think that she's doing both. I think that, Candiace has crossed the line with Ashley so many times, but what I do love about this is they do play devil's advocate, because when they do the flashbacks, like Gizelle said, you used to be the same way. You used to attack all of these people, and now you feel some type of way about Candiace doing it. And, I don't know. When I saw the end of this episode, though, I feel like the whole reason she brought up the miscarriage and all of these things, that you can't invalidate her feelings. They're obviously very valid, but I feel like she only brought that up because she wrote a letter on Monique's behalf.
You do?
Yeah.
Gabor, let's talk about Ashley. Do you think that she did the right thing by standing up for Monique, if that's her friend?
I think that she did the right. No, I don't think that she did the right thing. Only because I feel like when the only reason why Monique and Candiace started having beef in the first place is because Ashley and Monique got into it, and Candiace was defending Monique. And when they came back friends, Monique was side-eyeing Candiace when she was still going at Ashley.
I don't know. Look, Perry, listen. If Ashley writes a letter on Monique's behalf saying, yes, Candiace did pull a knife on me. She did, right? Can she be friends with both and still write the letter? Why does she have to pick a side? Why can't Ashley be friends with both of them? And they're both trying to make her pick a side.
Because she's not a country and she's not Switzerland. And she picked a side by writing a letter. She did pick a side by writing a letter.
Oh, she did not. Right. Why can't she be friends with both, Adam?
She can. Karen is doing it. I think Karen's doing a great job, but Karen's not writing a letter.
Why are they trying to make Ashley feel guilty by writing a letter for Monique?
Well,
go ahead, Gabor.
Well, I feel like that it happened to her, so she could write a letter, right? But I just think that you just have to be careful, because if Monique and Candiace make up, Ashley will still be on the outs, right?
What?
Right.
Okay, Perry, can you be friends with both and write a character letter against Candiace? Can you be friends with both?
Now, see, that's what I'm saying, but that's where I think the hard part come in. I think it's hard to do that, because I'm just saying, if you wrote a letter against me,
you're gonna hold it against me
for me to get prosecuted. You know what I'm saying?
No, go to jail. Remember, they were looking for jail.
No. I'm saying, but for Candiace probably wasn't gonna go to jail. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, if you wrote that letter, I probably wouldn't really consider you a friend. I think a friend would have been trying to calm both sides down. I think parents should have calmed both sides. Not say take it to court. Talk to both sides and say, hey, look, ladies, things that are out of control. We understand both sides. drop it and let's just
But
try to.
Karen tried to do that, and they are hating on her for trying to be neutral and bring both sides together.
Right, but then she also brought up that maybe she should take her to court.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, but a real friend probably wouldn't have said that. Like, probably would have just said, "Hey, you know what? You ladies blowing this out of proportion. Let's calm down and just try to work it out. Neither one of y'all need this to happen." You know what I'm saying?
I think Robin said it the best though, Sharrell. If you're gonna write a letter, why write more of a character assassination as opposed to writing a letter on how amazing of a mother Monique is and how you've never seen her act out like this, or even though they have multiple times, just not actually follow through with it. But why not write a letter that favors Monique instead of character?
You know why? Because it really did happen, and she really did pull the butter knife on her. So is she supposed to forget that?
No,
she has every right to feel the way that she feels, but I just feel like she's always doing something in the, I'm only doing it because Monique is a mother and she can go to jail. Monique is not going to jail for that, right? But Ashley had no sympathy for Katie last year when she talked about Katie on camera calling her emotionally unstable to be in the group. So it's like you can't pick and choose which battles, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, and then she said you need to fill the void in your heart and in between your legs or something like that. Oh, yeah. Ashley does get low down.
We have, do we all agree that Ashley has changed since she became a mother?
No, I think that she just wants more sympathy.
Oh my God.
No,
Wow.
See, I kind of feel like she has changed though. I feel like
Thank you, Adam.
I feel like she's putting her storyline with listen, she has to put her storyline with Michael on the forefront, because if she doesn't, somebody else like Rich Andrew,
the show will be canceled
with him, somebody will put it up and put it out there, you know. But I feel like she's doing a good job of addressing all of these things as they come at her and progressing through her storyline.
According to Gabor, you're supposed to remember what Ashley did. I mean, Ashley was bad. Should we hold that against her?
Ashley was the worst.
She really was the worst. That's fair. Gizelle's bad, but not Ashley's direct in your face bad, telling you things like telling Robin that her marriage isn't normal or conducive to a healthy lifestyle. I would be like, who are you?
I mean,
she looked up what, you know, she said on camera that they filed for bankruptcy and that they only had $25 in their bank account.
I forgot about that.
And it's crazy because I feel like now she wants Candiace to, she wants Candiace to just cry and apologize to her. But I don't remember her apologizing to Robin like that. She drugged Robin by herself. Ashley drugged Robin by herself season after season.
Since Ashley was a bad person in the past, just last season, by the way, for a couple of 6 months ago. How long is it pregnancy? 9 months ago, she was a bad person. She doesn't have the right to kind of ask Candiace now for an apology for Candiace treating her bad in the past.
Go
ahead, Gabor.
The thing is, what we see with housewives a lot, and y'all probably could agree to this, that we see them not wanting to give an apology, and then when someone does give them an apology, they never accept it, right? It's always like, I appreciate that, but they keep on going to it, right? Karen apologized to Wendy. Wendy talked about them agrees all the time. Candiace apologized to Monique. Monique was still upset. Candiace apologized to Ashley. Ashley is still upset. So it's like they're not.
Are you saying that nobody should apologize on the Real Housewives?
I'm not saying that they shouldn't apologize, but they never forgive. Half of the time they never apologize, and half of the time they never forgive.
I think it's that they just don't forget.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it could be, if I forgive, I might lose my job.
Well, and that's another thing too. You brought this up, Sharrell, about how do they have to pick a side? I feel like each woman is expected as a housewife, because this is their job, to take a stance and show some sort of kind of, this is how I feel about this whole situation. But I think if they didn't, and they played again like the Switzerland, that would be more of a problem behind the scenes for production, being like, what are you doing, dude? This is a big part of the storyline for the season. You have to get in there somewhere.
Well, Perry, is Karen two-faced by not wanting to take a side?
No, not really. No, I mean, I wouldn't call her two-faced. The only thing I would have said, maybe she shouldn't have said that I would take her to court.
That's two-faced.
Huh?
That's two-faced.
Yeah.
If you go to Adam and you tell Adam to sue me, we are done. Like,
Yeah.
we are so done.
Right. I get it. She said, if it was me, if I had a problem, I probably would do this. Maybe she shouldn't have said that, but she have shown other actions that she was trying to calm the things down.
Yeah.
So she wasn't trying to just keep hype the fight up like the other girls, like Gizelle and Wendy and all them. You know what I'm saying, with the security and all this. That's trying to amplify the situation. They should have tried to calm it down.
Gabor, since you're the ambassador for Candiace, do you think a baby will change Candiace?
Do I think a baby would change Candiace?
Yes.
No.
I was about to say, he just said that Ashley hasn't changed. He better not switch that position.
I don't think a baby changed Ashley. What I think that we see these girls come on the show and they're trying to show out for the camera. I don't think they're being their genuine selves.
Wait, no. Well, no. Can we back that up a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
I think Candiace really acts like that. I think she's spoiled. You're saying that's an act. Really, she's a responsible person that doesn't throw shade?
No, I'm saying that I think that she's doing an act like she's putting... It's amplified when she gets in front of the camera, is what I'm saying.
It's like where there's smoke, there's fire. So this has to be some part of her personality. But I agree. I think that everything gets amplified when you stick cameras in people's faces in a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's not. I think it might be amplified, but I think Candiace is a brat. She is spoiled, and I don't care what she says. Her mom still pays her mortgage. Okay. Let's be real
Not
here.
after these housewife checks. She better not be still paying that mortgage. If I were Dorothy, I would be like, Bravo's paying your mortgage now.
Does Chris get paid? No, Chris doesn't get paid. They make arrangements with the wives, right? The men don't get paid.
No, they make yeah, you're right. They make arrangement with the wives. Well, we only know that from Atlanta. We don't know what they do over here because none of them are really married. Karen ain't gonna let us forget that she helped Ray. So
that's true. But also too, Bravo has completely changed their pay structure too for how they're paying people now. Like, I mean, they again, everybody knows this, but Bravo's had to make a lot of pay cuts this past year and kind of switch things around. So I really don't see them paying the husbands in any capacity. I see them looking at the wife with the husband as like a package deal, and how much are we going to pay her for bringing all that she does to the table.
Oh, I don't want to get off subject here, but Bravo put all their eggs in one basket. They were counting on Salt Lake City being a huge hit out the box, and it basically was a flop. Did you guys hear about Andy getting a new job at E? Is he saving face? Is he jumping ship early?
Salt Lake City was not a flop. What?
700-something thousand viewers versus 1.1 for Orange County. That's a flop.
I think that though, I only think that's just because it's something that, listen, people are like totally against new things.
Wait, are you giving flop excuses, Adam?
I'm giving flop excuses for sure. Because I think these women are going to be our new favorite women on Bravo. I really do. Especially, they're going to bring so much to the table. There's so many new dynamics. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Atlanta and New York. Those are my top two favorites. But I don't know. Salt Lake City, it might be my new fave.
And to be honest with you, Potomac didn't really hit over 1 million views until like 2 episodes before the fight.
Yeah, that's true. I know. It's true. You're saying you got to give it time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, whether you give it time or not, the bottom line is it did not do the numbers that it was projected to do after all of the promos they put behind it. We knew all about it before these women even put one face on the camera, and it is what it is. And then, Andy getting a new job at E.
Well, that's if he's working at E or doing any cross promotion, E follows under the same kind of E, Bravo, all of that falls under NBC. So technically he could be drawing the same paycheck, but just, I mean, if you ever notice, like when you see on E and they say E, People's Choice Awards, and then they all of a sudden go on E and they do a promo for Salt Lake City, it's like, maybe it's just cross promotions.
Or Andy could be saving face, jumping ship. I mean, I'm just saying, that's just my the way I look at things. I mean, but anyway, so Salt Lake City is not pulling in the numbers, but Potomac is pulling in the numbers. But even though this episode was kind of dry, but it was like little fillers. I like the fact that Karen won't let the Gizelle and Jamal Bryant go. She is.
We're never letting it go.
Was
Yeah,
that?
and
We
she shouldn't.
we never letting it go.
I'm never letting it go.
Yeah, I'm never letting it go. I'm bringing it up every time you see me. I'm gonna be like, "Where's Jamal? Where's Jamal? Have you talked to Jamal?" It's so funny how Gizelle, she tries to spin the narrative, right? So she's saying that Karen never wants to talk about her personal life, but Karen always talked about her personal life, and she still does. She just doesn't share it with Gizelle and Robin because Gizelle and Robin tried to drag her. They always, anything she tells them, they try to drag it. And it was so lowbrow of Robin to talk about Ray under his clothes and what Karen said. Like, those are grounds for a divorce.
It was bad. It was bad. I mean, you don't do that. Listen, I say right now, I'm calling you here first. We need to start a petition. Let's fire Robin. Robin is the worst two-faced Gizelle flunky that there is. I mean, do you respect Robin Perry?
Not at all.
Professional sidekick. That's her job.
No, but you might not need the petition. I'm thinking if they thinking of letting anybody go, that would be the first choice.
You think Robin will be the first to go?
Why not?
Her Wendy.
Yeah, I mean, no, even Robin before Wendy, because at least Wendy has her own storyline.
You get the 4 degrees.
She might be talking about it too much with the 4 degrees, but Robin doesn't even talk about anything. Nothing.
She don't have a degree. She don't have a husband.
Oh my God.
If they bring Wendy back, they're definitely going to tell her, listen, girl, you got to stop talking about those 4 degrees. But with Robin, I don't think that she's any, like, I don't hate Robin. I always say this. If you don't make a good housewife, that's okay, because there's probably some normal element to you. Whereas like these other women are a little SHIT crazy, you know? So right. I just think Robin doesn't deliver the drama.
No, not only that, she is volunteering to be Giselle's mini-me, the sidekick. Like,
but she's always been that.
I mean, when is she going to step out of it? And you need your own storyline. You need your own identity. Like,
she can't. She don't have no identity.
She doesn't have a storyline. She doesn't want to talk about one. Every time people talk about one, she gets tears in her eyes. She want to cry. She want to fight. She want to run off. And then it's her and Wendy's go-to is picking on Karen. Now she's trying to say that Karen pictures didn't look good in a photo shoot.
Yeah.
But your broke ass, I mean, you didn't even have you didn't have wardrobe, you didn't have makeup, you didn't have nothing for them to even go with your vision for your line. And you want to talk about Karen?
Yeah, I agree.
There were pretty pictures of Karen that
I don't want
we've
to
seen
get
them.
started, or I don't, because when we let loose on Candiace, you just go. But why do you think Robin did that to Karen?
Because she needs a storyline. She needs something to talk about. Something to talk about. There's nothing going on with her.
She basically said she looks ugly in her hat, and I'm not going to post the pictures. And I don't even, did she tell her beforehand? I don't even think she told her she wasn't going to post the pictures.
She was saying it wasn't youthful and it wasn't chic and it wasn't, but all women should be able to buy your hat. You don't need to be trying to separate them like, oh, we only want young, hip people. Ain't no 20 years old going to go buy them hats anyway. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You need all women to buy your hats. And to be honest with you, most older women are going to be wearing the hats around, so it was just stupid of her.
Go ahead, Adam. Your bottom lip is shaking. Go ahead.
No, I agree with Gabor. I think that's true. You shouldn't sit there and narrow down. It's like saying these hats are only for women or these hats are only for men. You take out a whole different market. And that's exactly what she's doing by saying this about Karen. And she is making a reach. So there's no reason this should be a storyline. And honestly, it's kind of mean to do that to Karen in the first place.
Very mean.
Or be the only one that you're excluding. I think that's crazy. But if you notice, Sharrell, when you watch these episodes, Karen is always like, she's so conditioned by these two, by Gizelle and Robin. Every time they make a move or do something, she's like, what are you up to now? Like, she doesn't trust them at all. When they invite her to lunch, she's like, go ahead, drop it. What are you going to do? What do you have to say? Like, she just always expects something from them because they always go after her.
Yeah, I agree. But have you noticed those pictures that she showed of Karen were not photoshopped? the other ones were Photoshop, and that's not right. She zoomed in on her skin, like she intentionally tried to make her look ugly in these pictures.
Maybe is this the case that Robin's trying to use this to create a storyline for herself, seems how she don't have one.
That or she's a jackass.
Well, I mean that, and to please Gizelle. Gizelle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's almost like she wants to date Gizelle. I'm not trying to throw any rumors out there, but she
might as well. I mean, Gizelle don't have anybody.
Well, she did. Somebody did say in the comments, you know, Robin is the Cynthia Bailey of Atlanta, and I kind of honestly, it's kind of true. Like Cynthia, I love Cynthia on Atlanta. I think that she's a great friend, but you don't really get a whole lot of storyline from Cynthia. I mean, that's how I feel, and I feel like with Robin.
If they don't fire Cynthia, we got to start a petition. We're tired of Cynthia.
She's gone after this season for sure.
So, I hope so. I mean, I like her. She's beautiful and all that, but
I think her getting married and moving to LA, that was wrapping her up for, you know what I mean? Like, I think they're wrapping her up in like, okay, it's like a bid farewell, because now she lives on the outskirts of Los Angeles. She came back just to film. She gets to say that she stays there because she has the Bailey wine cellar or whatever, but it's not what they're going to do is do the same thing that they did with New York. And I think like Drew Sidora is coming in and she's going to be a banger. She's going to come in like hot. And that's what Leah did. Leah came in, you underpay the new housewife. They come in, they have something to prove, and they give you the drama.
Adam, you really do have a fascination with this new girl, Zadora.
Yeah. I'm ready for her.
I know. Oops, I got my phone. What was I going to say? Oh, wouldn't it be a trip if off camera Cynthia Bailey and Robin were best friends? What would they talk about? Two boring people.
There'll be nothing to talk about. You know what? And Cynthia is boring. But I'd rather see, if I had to pick one, I'd rather Robin leave.
Leave?
Yeah.
You're giving them a real hatred for Robin. What's going on here, Perry? This is the second week in a row you're Robin.
I mean,
he doesn't like the weakest link.
It's nothing worse than somebody that got a million of problems. Well, she got a million of problems of her own, but she's always trying to project problems on everybody else. Like, instead of solving her own problems, like the tax issues. I mean, she got a lot of things she could solve, like paying taxes, finding a husband, all these things like that. But she constantly want to beat up on Karen or, you know, come at Monique. You see what I'm saying? I don't get it. Oh, she must be on pause.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, you really are developing a huge hatred for. What about her getting married to Juan? That storyline doesn't hold you?
She's supposed to be getting married to him for the last couple of years, hasn't she? I'm saying, it's like maybe for real, maybe Gizelle got a better chance of getting back with Jamal before she get married to Juan.
No, listen. Let's just talk about Gizelle for a minute. It's an easy target. I try not to talk about her every week. But this fake storyline she's got going with Jamal is not even holding my attention. So not only is it fake, it's boring. Am I being Adam?
I think at least she's trying to give us a pre-produced fake storyline. That's better than what you're saying for Robin. Yeah. Robin is just writing her pre-produced fake storyline. But at least Gizelle is trying to pull the wool over our eyes and give us something to work with. I appreciate that. The thing is now we know and watch these shows so much that you kind of put your producer's cap on and you dissect what's actually happening, and you don't look at it as like a real viewer anymore. Bravo super fans especially. But
I really zero in on Gizelle because think about it, guys. She can't keep a man. Do you remember she had the guy that her mom used to like? Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was
what you mean her mom
something like that, huh?
What you mean her mom liked her?
You know, her mom doesn't like anybody that she dates.
Okay. I thought it was like a Salt Lake City thing.
Well, the dad doesn't like Jamal. I mean, honestly, I'm waiting for Karen to show up with a shirt, and she said, I'm waiting for her to show up with a nice like jean jacket or something and have a conversation, know that she's coming there to like rip into Gizelle, and then get up, take off her jacket and say, Gizelle, what does that say? Oh, where's Jamal? Like,
where's Jamal? Where's Jamal? And
where's Jamal?
We should start a campaign. Where's Jamal? Where's Jamal?
Karen should start that campaign. That's what they all did to her. No, they had no problems dragging her for every single thing that was going on in her life, trying to completely mock the fact that she calls herself the Grande Dame. But at this point, people can mock Gizelle and Robin too, because they're starting to look a little clownish.
And I'm gonna get personal with it. Perry, why do you think Gizelle can't keep a man? We've been through 4 men, and it's only been on 5 seasons, right? Why can't she? What is wrong with what is wrong with Gizelle?
No, I mean, really, I can't even answer that question. I don't know.
Can you answer it?
I don't know.
Adam.
I don't think that. I mean, I just feel like she is a beautiful, strong, independent woman that might be a little bit difficult to deal with. That's all.
Well, I can describe it. She's a nut job. Okay, Gizelle is a nut job that is selfish, worries about herself, and then her basic personality is annoying. Okay, she's not charming. You wouldn't say that's a classy woman right there. No, she's like, ugh. Did I miss anything?
Not really.
I hate to say it. I think that she put herself out there like a gold digger, because you remember when they asked, what is your type? And she was like, cash flow in the pocket and a little something like, and so she made, I think that getting with her, people already know, oh, she's coming for my money. That's why the thing with Sherman didn't work out.
I know. Sherman's a nice guy, and there's nothing wrong with the guy picking up a prostitute every now and then. I liked Sherman. I remember he got caught with
when
the
he was married.
Yeah, but he
was married.
Yeah. Oh, wait. You mean a long time ago?
He was married when he picked up the prostitute.
Oh, yeah. Well, I still liked him though. I mean,
it might just be her bad taste in men at this point. It might just be something like I have a friend who I was asking the other day. I'm like, you have a type, and they're all kind of a-holes. And she's like, yeah, I know I like the bad guys. I'm like, yeah, but at what point in life do you stop liking them because it's not working? I
think that's Gizelle's problem. She doesn't know how to pick the men. She's pretty on the outside. When I first seen her, I thought, "Oh, she's so pretty." Mm-hmm. And 5 minutes into the conversation, I was like, "Shut up, bitch! Shut up!"
I mean, could it be? I mean, you guys been watching the show longer than I have, way longer. But could it be that she's going through like a midlife crisis, to where, when I say this, when people get to a certain, they start to want to reach for all these things they want, but they want to get it overnight. So it's hard for her to find the right person.
Oh, are we giving out excuses today, Perry? Huh? Are we giving out Gizelle excuses today? Maybe
no. It's not an excuse. I'm just saying, could it be that she's going through some type of midlife crisis?
I'll answer that if you answer.
And her demands on a person haven't changed, so she's wanting the richest guy and stuff. Maybe that's.
Here's another excuse. Some people, don't you think some people can just be born to be a jackass?
Well, no, I agree.
I mean, that could be it. It could be her genes.
But what if she's a jackass going through a middle-age crisis?
No, but if you're going through a middle-age crisis and at that point in your life anyways, and if that were in fact what was actually happening and you were single at that point, if I were Gizelle's age, I would want the money too. I would want a guy who's stable, I just said the same thing about Teresa Giudice, because everyone's ripping into her because she's dating this millionaire man now. And I'm like, what do you expect her to date? She's a millionaire. She's dating within her means. Like she works her butt off. She makes a lot of money. Why would you, like, for Gizelle, she needs to date somebody who's making that same money she is.
But he has to split that money between 7 baby mamas.
Well, that's not who she's really dating, right? Everybody thinks that's a fake storyline anyways. Mm-hmm. But
somebody said in the comments maybe that she's having a problem because she's not good in bed. Possibly. I mean, because maybe that's why Jamal doing the things he's doing. He's still searching for the right one.
No, I'm just saying, Adam, you're saying sometimes it's okay to be a gold digger and you got to have 6 figures. And is that what you're saying?
That's not what I said. I said it's okay, especially she makes the Potomac money. She gets that little bit of chunk of change from Bravo's chat room, her appearances. At this point in life, I'm sure that she's hitting that with all of her assets, millionaire status. And I think that it's okay to want the same thing back when you start dating people. Listen, if I were a millionaire, I understand that it's really important what's on the inside and all of this other stuff, but I wouldn't want to date somebody who's done nothing with their life or doesn't,
That's just like what Mama Joyce said. That's just like what Mama Joy said. How would you feel if you had a daughter that was a millionaire and she come over here and hook up with this 100
So basically, Adam, you saying that at that point you rather be like Ashley, just be in a relationship for the cash?
No, but Ashley doesn't bring the same thing that Michael Darby does to the table. I mean, now maybe she brings a little bit to the table, but no, I mean, if you start freshly off dating and now all of a sudden, like Gizelle, she's looking at this whole pool of men and half of this side is kind of like broke and not really doing anything. They don't have any career aspirations or anything that they're striving for. And then you see this side that does, I would immediately want to go and swim in this.
Right. But even though the side that's striving,
what if your dream guy was a plumber? You're saying that she's never going to hook up with a plumber because she needs a millionaire.
Her dream guy could be a plumber.
He's saying that he wants somebody that's his equal or better.
Yeah.
Oh God. Go ahead, Perry. What are you going to say?
Well, that's about it.
I don't get that. That's how you miss out on true love, because your guy has to meet these criteria. You have to make this certain amount. You got to have this credit score that,
Well, she also has a family. She doesn't want to go broke paying for somebody that she's dating that doesn't have the same sort of career aspirations. Like, sure, go ahead. You can date the guy who's actually, plumber's not even a good example. They make a lot of money. But I'm saying, I don't know. I would, if I were a millionaire woman and I had kids and I started making good money with this network or whatever, and I know that this isn't going to last forever, I would want to date people that help continue to elevate my life. That's what I'm saying.
Do you understand what he's talking about?
Digger, Adam. What a gold
Listen, if that's what they're calling it,
I don't think that's a gold digger, though.
What's your definition of a gold digger, Gabor?
Ashley.
I mean, to me, okay, now my definition, it could be wrong. It's a person that's looking for a person, but they put all the value on how much money they have. They don't care how the person treat them, what they do to them. They just looking for a dollar figure. And in my mind, that's a gold digger. And basically what Adam's looking for, I'm about to call Adam and Gabor a gold digger.
No, see, that's not, I didn't say that it's all that's important.
I never said what I was looking for, though.
Yeah. And listen, I'm not looking for anything, but I'm saying in general, it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is how the person treats you, if they're respectful and they love you. That's the most important thing. But also they can do all of that, still be broke, and then, drill a hole in the bottom of your bank account and you're going to be broke with them at some point. So I hope that love lasts. I hope it's enough.
Yeah.
Oh God. And you're acting like Ashley and Michael aren't gonna last.
They're not gonna last.
Just give us a joke. It was a joke.
Oh yeah.
If we're being honest though, Gizelle is 50 years old, right? She shouldn't, I understand what Adam is saying. She shouldn't want to get with somebody that's trying to get it together at 50 years old, right? Is that still gold digger?
Okay, somebody said this. I don't get job. Somebody said if you're looking for a partner that's equally financially set as you are, it's not a gold digger. Maybe not. But how much money do Gizelle really make?
I mean, I'm sure she has at least 6 figures in her bank account.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I just don't understand that you have to date someone financially equal. I mean, what if your dream guy just got out of love after lockup prison? And
then we need to talk about that, because if your dream guy just got out of love after lockup, then you need to reevaluate your situation and figure out what is important to you.
And he's trying to change his life around. Would you not date him, Adam?
See,
I'm not gonna let you listen. I'm not gonna look bad for this. No, you can't. I think that it's important to have your core values of what you want. And I think, like what Gabor said, at 50 years old, I wouldn't want to date somebody who's still getting their crap together. And no, I think that people can definitely turn their life around and stuff. But I wouldn't find somebody who's straight out of love after lockup. That's that's so far left, and the other side is so far right.
Yeah.
And you see when. Karen was kind of a gold digger when she got with Ray. He came and took her off the farm, and now since he had that $4 million tax bill, she won't let us forget that she soldiered up for him. Like literally, she's starting to act like Wendy. She don't like Wendy, but she's starting to act like Wendy. The conversation had nothing to do with Karen last night. It was about Ashley, and she was like, "Yeah, when I soldiered for my man.
Oh God.
When I soldiered for my man, girl." Like, I really want Andy to ask her at the reunion, how much money did you give Ray?
I mean,
I could see if she paid the tax bill,
But
right?
you know what? Even that, the bottom line is, as a wife, that's what the hell she's supposed to do when he's been taken care of for all those years. So, I mean, that's just ridiculous. Oh, I had to bail him out. No, you bailed us out.
yeah.
Mhm.
Because
I'm sure she helps them from that money.
it was our money when it was only mine. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah, I agree with that. Sharrell, I just got a knock on the door.
Oh, go ahead. You're good.
all right, Adam.
So, okay, so last night, Gizelle kind of tore into Ashley for doing the deposition. Giselle's doing too much for me. She's going to do any and everything to make Monique look bad. Ultimately, she was trying to fire her and it didn't work. Do you think when the next season comes back that Monique's going to forget this, or is this the beginning of a new war?
It's a new war.
It's a new war, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I saw a clip of the next episode, and Karen was saying that she has a wig line coming out, and she was going to invite all of the ladies to her wig lunch party.
Mhm.
And Robin straight up asked her, "Are you inviting Monique?" So I think that next season that they're going to, if Monique comes back, that they're still going to like not want to be around Monique.
That's so wrong. They're coming for her job because they know if you don't film with the rest of the cast, Andy had says it over and over again, we have no choice but to fire you. I just think they're doing Monique terrible. It's just terrible. And let's talk about this reunion that went down this weekend. Andy Cohen is saying that, well, they filmed it in person. Some people are saying they don't like the virtual reunions. Do you care, Gabor, if it's virtual?
I like it in person.
Yeah, me
Why?
too.
Because if somebody's not in your face, you can get away with saying stuff that you wouldn't dare say if they were in your presence.
Exactly.
Well, maybe, but they're not going to have wig pulling because they're going to be 6 inches apart.
Yeah, but it's not the same though. It's easier to lie on somebody when you don't have to look them directly in the face, whether it's 6 feet apart or not.
Well, anyway, so they filmed the reunion this weekend. The rumor is that Monique came for everybody, with the exception of Ashley. I don't blame her. Now, if you put me back in front of Candiace after she didn't sued me, dragged my name through the mud, blah, 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 that relationship is over to me. I mean, this is going to be good. I can't wait to see it. And here, I still think that Candiace owes, and Gabor's going to give Monique an apology. Taking someone to court is on a whole nother level. Come on, Gabor, isn't it?
She was assaulted. She has that right. She has that right.
Listen, okay, I'm going to ask you this. If someone takes you to court, wouldn't you be extra mad? Doesn't that?
I would. I never said that Monique shouldn't have a reason to be upset. I never said that, but I'm just saying that those were the cards that Candiace had to play, and that was a card that she played. I don't fault Monique for countersuing or trying to get Ashley on her side. I mean, that's what a person will do, but I just don't think that if somebody assaulted me, that's a card that she had to pull. The friendship may be over after that, right? Mm-hmm. But that's the card that she had to play, and she played it.
And let's not forget, though, people like to leave out the fact that Candiace asked for it. She said, drag me.
I disagree. Monique, last season, Monique and Candiace
I love it.
Last season, Candiace was talking to Karen.
Okay.
And Monique walked over, and her and Candiace started arguing, and she told Candiace, "Oh, don't start. I'll drag you, pregnant and all." And that's what Candiace was saying when she said, "Drag me."
I guess technically you're right, but I don't know, Gabor.
I think this. Candiace and Monique both done wrong. One swung and one used a lot of verbal stuff to, piss somebody off. I think as both grown women, they both should just work it out. Apologize to each other. I mean, because, it is what it is. And we can just, who swung, who did this. But Candiace, in my opinion, sort of forced her, verbally to doing something. So they both should just work it out, come back, and make their money next year. You see what I'm saying? Like at a certain point, you can be catty, but don't mess up your money.
What I hate to happen is that they let the show get them to that point, because you would never see that out of Robin and Gizelle, right? They would never let the other women see them have friction in their relationship, right? But Candiace and Monique did that. And Candiace is not an angel. You know, she has done stuff last season, how she did the Armageddon thing. What was it that she said that she lied and said that Monique said that the girl looked like Amistad. The Amistad comment about Katie. You know, she has done stuff that was wrong, but this season, I don't know. I'm upset that they both let it get to that point.
Yeah, me too.
Listen, we haven't heard anything. So Andy's saying how good the reunion is, how it's in person. What would make a perfect reunion to me? If they bring on Charisse and Gigi. Do you think we're going to get that? That would be good.
So. I don't think that Monique would show up. She probably would have left.
Oh, yeah.
She would have left like she did at Ashley Sipping Seed.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. That would be really good, but I haven't heard any whispers of it yet. So, and I feel like Gigi needs to come on. You have ruined your relationship with Monique so you could get on the show. And so we want to hear what you have to say, because she's the one that started all this mess, if you think about it, in my opinion. Do you think she started it all, Gabor?
Do I think that she started what?
The whole mess by talking about
if Monique would not have so she gave the information to Gizelle, right? But I don't think that Gizelle would have tried to use that information had Monique not tried to bring this dirty stuff out about Sherman.
That wasn't dirty shit. That was information that needed to be known. I forgot that Monique did spill that first. She did. It was good. I mean, you think she's still mad over the whole? You like to, do things.
I think that was just Giselle's chance at her bag. That was her chance to try to live the lifestyle that Monique was living. That was somebody that she felt that she could have married. She was already planning on moving in with him. Remember, she was crying to her hairstylist, saying that he wants to move in together and all of this other type of stuff. So,
do you think Jamal's coming to the reunion?
Absolutely not.
No, but that would be great, wouldn't it?
You don't think he's coming?
No.
He's not going to be still out there hanging by.
He ain't gonna come to the reunion because Andy will ask him about the 6 or 7 baby mamas.
He'll be in the phone though.
Jamal has to come to the reunion, but yeah, I haven't heard any whispers of him coming. Of course, we're gonna have the usual men, which will be Michael, and they're going on baby number 2. Did you guys know that she's pregnant again? This is gonna she's just gonna keep having babies with this man. What is Ashley doing? I mean,
securing her future. You hear what Adam said?
She could have secured her future with 1 baby, 2 babies.
Yeah, but I guess she figured 2 it doubles the amount. I don't know what her thinking process is.
Yeah, it really doesn't make sense. But anyway, I'm hoping that next year will be the divorce.
This is what I would want to happen next year. And now, because I know Gabor loved Candiace. I like Candiace too. I wish her and Monique can make up. I'm saying it's simple. Both of them admit they're wrong.
Barry, tell him how delusional he is, Gabor.
I like Monique too. I think that everybody thinks that I don't like Monique because I'm trying to just hold Monique accountable, and I don't think that people are holding Monique accountable. Yes, Candiace has done stuff. Yes, Candiace threw that knife, but I don't feel like she apologized to Monique, right? And Monique said that she appreciated it, but I don't know if she fully accepted the apology.
Or what do you want Monique to do? Have Candiace come over and they have one? What do you want Monique to do?
I didn't want her to do. I just feel like that she should have. You listened to something about your little sister that your enemy told you. That's the thing, right? You went and listened to something that Gizelle told you, and you ran with it. You didn't even talk to your little sister about it, right? And you carried these feelings on. Gizelle means you no good, and you know that.
Well, see, and most of these things you wouldn't find out unless you come together. And people always say it's a thin line between love and hate. I don't think Monique and Candiace is that far off if they stopped listening to other people and they came and both owned up and apologized and moved on. This could set up for a great, I'm just hopeful thinking, a great season, because with those two together with Karen, I think Gizelle will have a hell of a season.
You're trying to pick one fall guy and you want it to be Gizelle. And so you're saying
and her sidekick, yeah, Robin.
You really not feeling Robin. I thought it was just, just an episode.
Sometimes, you know what though? It's not the guy. Like sometimes you might get in a fight with somebody and have an argument, but sometimes it's that person who didn't have nothing to do with it that chimes in. That
makes it worse.
And Robin is that person for me.
Yeah, you don't even care if she marries Juan.
Nobody cares.
I hope Juan don't marry her.
Oh you want him to take the ring back? Perry, come on, Perry. That's so mean.
In the perfect world, while Jamal down there going away, maybe Juan should visit Gizelle.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm not messing with you. I'm not messing with you at all. Let's take a couple questions, and this reunion is going to be good. In person, Monique is coming to give everybody a piece of her mind, but she deserves to.
Well,
and
I read that she came with a binder.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, I mean, she wants to get it off her chest, and I don't blame her because she really was dead wrong, because we can't all agree. I know she's not your favorite, but they all grouped around, everybody with the exception of Ashley. Even Karen kind of supported the group a little bit when she said, I would sue her, and really came for her job. And that's just wrong, in my opinion. I mean, you guys can cut up and act a fool all day, but don't try to come for someone's job. It just doesn't make sense to me. All right, let's take this call, guys. Hi, Kirky. How are you? Did I say it right?
Hi. Yep, quirky musings.
Okay, sound off. What did you want to talk about?
Sure. So my question is, no one's really talking about how Gizelle had alleged that Monique had destroyed evidence for Ashley and Michael. And if I'm not a lawyer, I'm a scientist, but I would assume that would have criminal implications for a case that was brought to court and dismissed. So I'm wondering if, what would be the implications for that allegation to continue moving forward, and if Monique can actually sue Gizelle for defamation for that.
Okay, we're gonna pass this question to the board.
I mean, she could. Could Monique sue Candiace for defamation? I think she could.
But that would be so hypocritical of her to be so upset with Candiace for suing her and then try to sue Gizelle for defamation.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that. I don't believe that Monique them had footage in the house. I mean, I'm sure that everybody believes that, but I just don't believe that Monique would do that. Especially if this girl went around telling people that I was drinking the season before, right? I'm showing this footage of your man.
Thank you, Kirky, for calling in. Did I say it right, Kirky?
Quirky.
Oh, she froze. Okay, let's take another question. Can you show your face, Hey Jay? If you guys don't show your face, I'm not going to take the calls, because what happened to me on Friday, I can't have anyone ambushing the situation.
No, not at all.
Hi, Ruth.
Hey, how are you?
Hey. Sound off, Ruth.
You know what? I actually wrote them down. That's how serious. I love it. Listen, this is what I think. I think that Ashley and Monique connect on the level of family. Ooh. I think after Ashley had a child, I think she feels for Monique in the sense that if a mother is not in the home, what happens, with the family? I think that's where her sympathy comes from. Whereas, Candiace had no puppy, she has no cat, whoop. But that's just the truth.
Yeah.
And then Gizelle, her only accomplishment through the time she's been on the Housewives is the book that she wrote about a cheating man. And then she wants to write the second part of the book by him jumping out of the phone to be in the, I don't know where. But,
Ruth.
and then, you know,
You're probably gonna jump out the phone and be at a strip joint.
hello.
Y'all are wrong for that.
And then
go ahead.
he'll be claiming that, no, I went to the strip club because I was blessing some people. Oh, please. And then Robin, I mean, that business, I don't get it. What's the hats? I don't get the business. If you're coming up with a business on a platform like that, be like Candy Barris, you know, involve everybody. I mean, she's just targeting women. I think it doesn't. Anyway, she got no sense. Next, the 4 degrees is killing me. Oh my! Should she say it one more time? I'm suing Bravo. Oh.
Well, I have to be messy for a minute, Ruth. Do you think Jamal's coming to the reunion?
Hell no.
Oh my God.
No.
One more question. Did you like Robin's hats? Would you buy one?
Hell no.
This is being messy.
How much are they? $4? $4.99?
I think Rich,
like $30.
yeah, I think Rich Andrews said that they were $30 and that they won't even
$30?
start $30, and they won't even start shipping until December. She and her and want to never pay for their wedding with my money.
What?
Ruth, I gotta cut it short because I have a long
Can I
line.
say one more thing?
Yeah.
Wendy needs to stop bragging about the 4 degrees, and she needs to go to Jamaica and learn how to bleach. Her knees were awful. No, I'm not being mean or anything, but her knees were awful last night. Her knees, you know, when they were pushing them down oh my God, her knees were awful. They were black as like like Wesley Snipes.
Like Black and Perry.
Well,
Yes.
Hold on. I'm just one more question.
Oh.
I go to Jamaica to get bleached. What do they do in Jamaica?
Jamaicans know how to bleach. You know, it's their thing in Jamaica. You know, it's their thing. They like, to bleach. But she needs to go down there, girl. She needs to stop with the 4 degrees and learn how to bleach before she can. Oh, please! I love you. I love you.
That you look so innocent, but you come to read. Oh my gosh!
When they read my girl Monique, I'm in. Gabor, I don't know. Candiace, I didn't even talk about Candiace. Candiace has got too much mouth. I'm not supporting what Monique did. I'm not supporting what she did. She was wrong for that. You do not do that. However, you know how the Bible talks about a dripping tap. When a tap is dripping, is like a nagging wife. That's how Candiace, she backs all the time.
I'm gonna end this conversation because you're gonna get DeBoer out of his seat. You're gonna get DeBoer out of his seat. Now, I don't want him to sue you.
I'm not gonna do nothing to nobody. I'm not Monique. I'm not gonna do nothing to nobody.
All right. Hey Jay, can I see your face? Okay, let's take it. Hi, Hey Jay, how are you?
Hi, you can see me, right?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, okay. So my first thing is, as somebody that's working on their 3rd and 4th degree, Wendy saying she has 4 degrees doesn't bother me because I probably would say the same thing all the time.
Oh no, you're a degree bragger too?
Yeah, you work hard, you brag hard. Oh my God.
Okay.
Ashley is not neutral, and that's okay, but I think that she should also do some reflection on what Ashley was just like Candiace when she was only married and didn't have kids. Now that she has kids, she kind of goes in a different direction and she waters down her messiness.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
maybe when Candiace gets to the point where she has kids, she'll be they're very similar in character type. Very
Then
very
that's
similar.
true. We need her to get pregnant like yesterday. It's time for her to grow up.
And I know that Monique is, close in age with them, but Monique was already a mother when she came on the show, so she wasn't as into behaving like they were. She kind of had more maturity to her. And I think that that's why Ashley is kind of leaning so close to that, because Ashley's like, oh, Monique, we're close in age. Monique doesn't act like this. And also, what Gizelle said about the footage, I personally believe that Monique had footage, but it probably just didn't get quite enough for it to do anything one way or the other. So she just said she didn't have it.
Maybe. Listen, hey Jay, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I still love hi Dee, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Great.
Hey.
Really quickly, we got 5 minutes. Go ahead.
I just want to get through an episode with Candiace not pulling out a folded handkerchief to wipe away her imaginary tears that she has every episode.
Don't say nothing, Gabor. Stay in your seat.
I can't, and the fact that Wendy even brought it up was so funny. She was like, "Oh, you already got your folded up handkerchiefs." I just want to know, where does she get them? Do they sell them like that? And is she gonna come out with a line of handkerchiefs?
You are
You
so
can get
wrong.
it from the stationery. Stationery sell those right next to the Post-it notes.
Y'all are so wrong. Gabor, don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. They try to get you out your seat.
I got self-control unlike Monique. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So that got me about it. And the other thing that I noticed about Candiace too, did you notice she was running down that hotel with no shoes on? She just was running down barefoot with no shoes. I was like, what? Put your shoes on.
You're really poking. You're really poking, D. You trying to get Andrew? You don't have on shoes.
Come on, Gabor. You know that's not right. We don't do that. That's not in our culture. Be running around with no shoes in a foreign country, running down the hallway in a hotel. You know that's not right.
It's so funny that I chose Candiace's side between her and Monique, and y'all make me like the scapegoat.
You are Candiace
Everything
ambassador. You're the Candiace
No,
ambassador.
I'm not. I thought that Candiace should have been fired last season for throwing the knife, but nobody brings that up. Right?
But no, to be honest, though, I do agree. I don't think that Monique should have dragged her the way that she did. I'm not saying that, but it is funny because Candiace does some stuff sometimes. You just be wondering about her. She's just extra all the time. But that was so funny with the handkerchiefs and then no shoes in a foreign country running down the hotel when the shoes in her hand.
During the pandemic. Go ahead.
She needs to sell some handkerchiefs, and she needs to sell that glue that she had to hold that wig down.
She sure does.
And she'll put everybody out of business. She'll be the richest housewife there was.
I don't know what type of WD-40. I don't know what type of glue that was, but she really does. Because that was incredible.
Did you say it's WD-40 glue?
And I tell you this, good boy, if she sold handkerchiefs, she'll sell more than Robin gonna sell hats.
Of course she will. Robin probably sell 10 hats.
And that's the family.
Didn't Rich Andrew pre-order one of the hats? And he pre-ordered one of the hats. So
yeah.
we can see it when it comes in.
Thank you so much for calling it. You are a riot.
I love you guys.
Bye.
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 Last question. Hi, how do I pronounce your name?
You're on mute. You're on mute.
You're on mute. We can't hear you. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta drop them. Can you? We can't hear you.
Mute. Well, go ahead and talk to Gabor if you have to.
Listen, no, Gabor, I love it that you're the ambassador of Candiace. I know. I don't want you to be neutral. It makes for great conversation, doesn't it?
Because better Andrew taking the beating instead of me.
You take the beating. No, if you want me to stop, I'll stop.
Oh no, that's fine. I can take it.
I love it. I can
take it.
I know it's so good. All right, you guys. This was another funny show. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are great. I wanted to thank everyone that gave for the super chat. You didn't have to give, and you did to support the channel. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank all of my mods, the moderators, the mod squad, I call them. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Thank everyone for joining me in the chat. This was funny. I mean, I love working with my panel. They're really funny, especially Gabor. He's just funny. He's just funny. We'll be back same time next week for Real Housewives of Potomac, 11 o'clock. And then we also will be doing Salt Lake City on Thursday. Are you going to join me on Thursday, Perry?
Yeah.
Gabor, are you going to be there if you can?
Of course, we gotta talk about the granddaddy that had the grandma and the granddaughter. That ain't never been done in history. I ain't never heard of nothing like that.
It's so wrong. Okay, guys, on 3, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye.
Bye.
That is so funny.